Construction of the Kong Zhuhai Macao Bridge began on December 15, 2009. It was put into operation on October 24, 2018. As a super project that took 9 years to complete. The engineers made a great effort. The construction process also encountered numerous technical problems. But in the end, they were all conquered. However, before the full line through, the Hong Kong section of the bridge was found to be a fake concrete problem. Cause a stir. In May 2017, Hong Kong's Independent Commission Against Corruption received a confidential tip-off from a source. Someone fabricated the concrete at the Hong Kong section of the bridge. After an urgent investigation by the ICAC, finally locked down by the Civil Engineering Lab staff. Data show that during January 1, 2013 solstice, July 26, 2016, 12 defendants were handling concrete resistance tests. Conspiracy to defraud by dishonest means. Methods include changing the date and time of the computer and using substitutes. For example, iron columns or concrete blocks with stronger compression resistance, instead of real test sample bricks. Attempts to mislead testers about the testing time window and samples. The defendants are aged between 24 and 60. All 12 were laboratory technicians or laboratory assistants at the time of the crime. He was subsequently arrested by the ICAC and charged with conspiracy to defraud. By May 2017, the ICAC had arrested 19 people. November 20, 2019, 12 of them were found guilty of conspiracy to defraud. He was sentenced on December 11. All were sentenced by the court to between 3 and 33 months in prison. The earliest witness to plead guilty was reduced to 22 months. The court judged bluntly, "This case is a very serious case of conspiracy to defraud." It was a very bad nature and reasonable in view of the sentence. Refusal of individual applications for leave to appeal. The Hong Zhuhai Macao Bridge is a major project linking Hong Kong and Macau. The quality problems have dealt a serious blow to a public commitment to the testing and certification system. To reassure the public in time, the government needs to spend another $58 million to retest the bridge. May 25, 2017. Hong Kong's Highways Department has completed preliminary structural tests on the Hong Kong section of the Hong Zhuhai Macao Bridge. According to the results released in June 2017, a total of 303,700 concrete blocks were tested. The results showed that 346 concrete blocks were abnormal, accounting for about 0.11% of the total. These anomalies do not affect the overall quality of the bridge. The rest of the project can continue as planned. And relevant personnel had a certain impact on the construction progress of the bridge. Fake cement for Chinese companies in Hong Kong to provide. This is not the first major engineering material cost problem. The Three Gorges Dam was almost destroyed by the Japanese. Morning, May 8, 2000. Entry and exit of Hubei Province received the inspection application from the Three Gorges Project Development Corporation. A batch of hot-rolled steel imported from Japan needs to be inspected as soon as possible. It is reported that this batch of steel plate is mainly used for the volute of number 7 to 14 water turbine unit on the left bank of the Three Gorges Dam. Will be cast on the concrete dam for permanent use. Three Gorges related technical experts said, this is the aortic vessel that receives the dammed heart. It is directly related to the inner quality of the Three Gorges project. In particular, it needs to withstand thousands of tons of pressure from 39.3 billion cubic meters of water in the reservoir. So the yield strength of the steel plate, the tensile strength, elongation and impact toughness bore technical requirements are very high. The steel plates from Japan weighed 4,000 degrees and were worth more than $1.7 million. According to the progress of the project, if these steel plates pass the inspection, will be hoisted to the construction site for welding. On May 11, the Inspection Bureau extracted 5 samples from the batch of steel plates. The interception size is 250 mm and is called 60 mm, and sent to 403 factory laboratory for chemical composition and physical properties test. But the results were unexpected. The impact toughness of samples number 1 to number 4 is not up to the requirements of the contract. And with the data provided by the Japanese side of the qualified list is far from. The head of the Three Gorges project immediately informed the Japanese side of the test results and asked the Japanese side to deal with it as soon as possible, but the Japanese side replied, "We are the first-class famous brand enterprise in the world. There is no way such a problem could arise." In this regard, the Chinese side sent the samples to Wuhan Iron and Steel Research Institute across provinces. Impact toughness is still not up to the requirements. Later, the Japanese side carried out the test. It is indeed the batch of steel plate problem. All are eventually returned for processing. The design requirement of the Three Gorges hydro generator set is a permanent use without repair. The 120-year lifespan of the Hong Kong Zhuhai Macao Bridge is a concept. So there must be no mistakes in the material. Again, both projects are 100-year projects. If the Three Gorges engine set was using problematic Japanese steel plates, it may be long gone by now. And the Hong Kong Zhuhai Macao Bridge in Hong Kong if something goes wrong. Neither in terms of international opinion nor in terms of cost. It is more than a simple bridge across the sea. It also has the important mission of connecting Hong Kong and Macau. If anyone tries to attack the Hong Kong Zhuhai Macao Bridge, our country will be severely punished.